Are you ready? It's the Chanel!
Hi there, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title of this video, this is going to be a Chanel unboxing, and I am going to actually be doing this one from complete start to finish. Now this one is a slightly special piece because it is pre-loved. So I've never purchased a pre-loved Chanel piece before. This is the first one, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm hoping for good results. I only saw photos of it online, so I am hoping that it looks just like it looked in the photos, which it should be pretty much practically brand new. There was just a little bit of wear and tear noted, and I saw some slight scratches in the photos, but other than that, it looks like it was pretty much purchased from the boutique. So I am hoping for good results here. I did have a couple of questions though on one of my other videos where I had filmed in this same location. As you can tell, this is not my normal filming studio, but I'm really starting to like the vibes in this room. So I may continue to film, kind of split up my time between this room and then my regular filming location, just because this one is a little bit more open and airy, and I feel like I can do more with you guys here. So I did want to share with you though this pillow, because I did get some questions on it, and I will link the information down below, but I thought that this pillow was just so stinking cute, and so I purchased it and added it to my beauty room or my dressing room here, whichever you'd like to call it. And it has like a little heel that looks like a Louboutin pump, because you can see the little flash of red, and then there are some books here that say like couture collections and then fashion icons. So I thought that was perfect to add to my room here, and if you are interested in purchasing this, I will leave my link down below for you. But with that being said, let's get started and get into the unboxing. I am so excited. All right, let's get in here. So I got my trusty scissors, and we are gonna just crack right in. So, as you can tell, I purchased this one from Fashionphile, and yes, this was my very first purchase from Fashionphile, so I am so, oh my gosh, look at this! The box is so cute, and there is little pink and gray confetti here. And then, oh, I've seen these online, so they have a little file, like a little emery board or nail file in here, because it's Fashionphile. That is adorable. So far, I am really impressed. And of course, it's pink, and anything pink, you know, I love, so you can't go wrong with giving me something pink. I'm gonna love it. So that does not hurt. And so inside here, we have a little card, and actually there's a couple cards. So this one just says thank you, and has a little heart on it. And this one, show you here. So we have that on there, and then it says Fashionphile on the back, and then you could probably see that from where you are there. So let's open this. So inside here we have the sales receipt that shows the item and the price and everything. I'm not gonna flip this around because I want you to be surprised, but then we have a little certificate. It says Fashionphile certificate, buying a Fashionphile certified item, yada yada yada. So it pretty much just explains that they have, I guess, authenticators on site, and that the item that I bought is 100% authentic. We want this bag back, cash for your bag. So I guess if you want to sell it back to them, shop, sell, repeat. Shop or sell us your items online or at one of our in-store locations, and they can sell it back within 120 days for 70% of the purchase price. And then it just has their Fashionphile information on the back here. So now that we got into the nitty gritty paperwork, that's super boring. I'm just gonna toss this here. My awesome new nail file. You know what? I am just gonna put this right back here. Just put it up next to this old Chanel box. I am gonna have fun with this confetti later. I am probably just gonna throw it around, maybe hang it up in my room and just have a party 24/7 here. But for now, that is gonna go down there. So this is what this looks like. So we have a sticker. It says used is the new, fashionphile.com. So this piece did come with a Chanel box. It does look like the box is a little bit worn down, probably because it was used from the original seller. Let me get this out real quick for you though. This box is like the perfect size for the smaller box, which makes it dang near impossible to get out. Oh my gosh. Okay. I finally got it out after like hours of fighting with this. Oh, that's cool. Here's the bottom. From the bottom of this box. Thank you for the bottom of this box. Oh, that's cute. Okay. I got the box out. Yes, I'm a little winded because that was a battle, I tell you what. So let's get this open and we can see what we got. So inside, there is a Fashionphile dust bag. They threw in some Chanel ribbon, probably from the original wrapping. The care booklet. And what else is in here? Oh, the camellia was still attached. That is nice. And then on the bottom here is the original Chanel dust bag. So this one pretty much came with everything. And I think that I bought the item and I didn't really even read what it came with because I was more concerned about getting an awesome item for an awesome price. But then I saw that it came with everything else and I was even more stoked. So I can hear it inside. Oh my gosh, here we go. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Ah. Thumbnail. Okay. Oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. All right. Let me see. How should I undress her? We'll just shimmy this on down and look at that. Oh my gosh, look at it. So this is the Chanel boy bag in black calfskin with the ruthenium hardware. And this, I bet the video does not do her justice. She is gorgeous. There is like, I'm looking for some wear because it said there was some because obviously it's a used bag. I really don't see any at all. There's a tiny little scratch right here, but I can barely even see that. Here, let me get closer and I will show you. And then of course the Fashionphile tags are in the way. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It is really super faint. It's not even like a real scratch. It's kind of like the leathers. Like, you know how with suede, if suede goes one direction, it's like darker, and if it goes the other, it's a little bit lighter. That's kind of what this looks like. So it's definitely a scratch, but it's not like a scratch on lambskin where it's definitely a scratch, you know. That is, if that makes sense. I'm just kind of rambling right now because I'm over the moon. This is beautiful. But that is all I really see on the outside. Other than that, like all of the corners and everything are perfect. There might be a little bit, I guess there's a kind of a little indentation right there, but you know what? For what I got, and I saved, I'll go into the pricing actually. I'll go into the pricing in a little bit, but what I saved on this, that is awesome. And the strap here is nice and smooth. Looks like that curls up a little bit, but no big deal. So what Fashionphile does when you buy a bag, they attach these tags here, and look at that, it even has the original sales tag on it as well. But they attach the tags, so if you get it and you want to return it, that is what's so cool about Fashionphile. You can return it within 30 days and they don't take any percentage back. So if you were to use this for like 120 days, use it like every day or however often, maybe you just take the tags off and want to return it within 120 days, that's where they do that, only 70% back. But if you don't take the tags off, you look at it, say it's not as described, or you want a lot less wear and tear than what you found on it, then you can return it for 100% of your money back. They may take like shipping or something, which is to be expected, but other than that, you can get 100% of your money back. So that is what's so cool about that. So they authenticate, they guarantee the authenticity of your item. You can return it if you don't want it. So it's just like a regular store. Since I live in Kansas, I didn't have to pay sales tax. I think the only state that they charge tax in is California. As long as they don't have a Fashionphile in your state, you don't have to pay sales tax on this. So that is a really big savings right there as well. So let me get into the inside because I haven't even looked on the inside of the bag yet. So let's see if there's any wear in here. So there are some scratches. There's definitely a little bit more wear on the interior, which if I had to pick a spot to have wear, it would be on the inside, not on the outside. And then, so we have the black lining inside here, which is really cool. Some of the other ones I was looking at had, I think it was just a gray lining. So the black on black is pretty neat. This one was from 2018. So like I said, this one is brand new. It's not even, well, obviously it was used, but it's not like it was just a old one from, you know, a couple years ago that somebody just happened to not use. This is literally from this year. So that is really fantastic. And this is the new medium size. So I had gone to the store a few times. I tried some out. I don't think I even looked at the new medium size. I was really set on getting just the old medium, which is kind of like a standard medium. The new medium is supposed to be their large, and then there's one size larger than that, similar to like the maxi in the classic flap. And I was really set on getting the old medium size, but then I saw this one came about, and I did a lot of research and like looked at photos and comparisons and everything to see what the difference was between a new medium and an old medium. Because if you watch my unboxing of my classic flap, when I was over in Paris picking that one out, I had tried on the jumbo, and that was just super big, and I didn't like it at all. It was too large on me, and I tried on the medium large in the classic flap, and that was perfect. So that's why I was leaning more towards the old medium in this, because that is more similar to the medium large, but this one is actually smaller than the jumbo. So I think this one would be perfect. Even looking at it now, it kind of reminds me of my medium large. Maybe obviously it is a little bit bigger, but I'm not looking at this and thinking, oh wow, that is huge. And what's really nice is the interior storage capacity is going to hold a lot more than the medium large and a lot more than the old medium of the boy bag. So I am really stoked about that. I'm going to be able to use this more for every day, whereas sometimes I run into issues with my medium large that it doesn't carry everything that I wanted to, mostly my sunglasses with the case. I don't like carrying sunglasses without the case because they get damaged and scratched up, and then what is the point of buying these nice sunglasses if they're just going to get damaged and you're not going to be able to wear them? Obviously you can wear them if they're scratched up, but they wouldn't look good. So I'm religious about keeping them in their case. So that's the way I can justify spending a little bit more on some nicer sunglasses. No, I don't have any like super expensive like Louis Vuitton or Chanel or anything, but I do have some decent sunglasses, some decently priced sunglasses that are pretty pricey for me. So I make sure that I keep them in the case, take care of them, so that way they will last a long time. So that is another reason why I am really glad I went with the new medium here, because it will hold a sunglass case as well as room for all of my other essentials. So I've actually been planning on doing an entire video solely dedicated to purchasing bags. That's my dog. To purchasing bags pre-loved. So I know that there's a lot of research and everything that goes into it, especially wanting to make sure that it is authentic. There are some resale websites. I won't go into detail in this video about which ones are good, which ones are bad, but there are a lot of resale websites that are known for selling inauthentic or fake items. Sometimes you'll have a super fake where it's pretty much identical to a real one, where you really can't tell unless you are trained in knowing what the differences are, even up to like the stitch count, the exact shade of gold, and things like that. So I'm going to do an entire video on that. If you are interested in that, give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and then I can be sure to answer those in the video. This one I wanted to mostly focus on this particular unboxing as well as Fashionphile, because this is one of the companies, let me get the little logo out there, this is one of the companies that is definitely known for always selling authentic items. So I would definitely recommend them. They have awesome services because you can return the item. A lot of other companies don't let you return it once you get it. So especially if you're kind of iffy on what kind of wear and tear you're going to be seeing on the bag, that is a big thing because you're not seeing it in person. So you want to be able to have that chance to return it, and they're not going to charge you an arm and a leg to do so. So that is what is great about Fashionphile. And then you can also resell your items on Fashionphile. It doesn't have to be one that you necessarily purchase from them. You can resell any old bag just to make a little bit of extra money, and they will take care of all of the shipping costs. They'll include that in what they are going to give you for their pricing. So that is a really good deal as well. So I would highly recommend checking Fashionphile out, and I'm going to link all the information down below on how you can go there and purchase from them. Getting back to this particular bag, so as you probably have been noticing with all of my unboxings, I have been purchasing a lot of all black bags, and the reason I'm doing that, especially with Chanel, is because I want ones, given the price point, I want ones that I'm going to be able to use and wear with just about any outfit, and black is really timeless. It's not going to show any color transfer or anything like that, and I am going to be able to wear with everything. So I don't want to have a bag that ends up sitting on my shelf because I can't think of outfits to wear it with. I want to focus my attention on getting bags that I can wear with everything, and I am going to get a lot of use out of. Now I am currently on the hunt for some lighter bags like a beige or a light pink, and then also a patent red. But I do think that those ones will be really good and will match a lot of the items that I already wear. But as far as the price point of Chanel, I definitely want to cover my bases with my collection and get all black bags starting out. So this is my first boy bag, and what I really like about this one, so this one is in the calfskin. Now the calfskin is not a super popular leather when it is compared to either caviar or lambskin. Usually people gravitate towards one or the other of those two, but what I like about the calfskin is it's kind of like a happy medium. So I wasn't a huge fan of how the caviar looked on the boy bag. They kind of do more of a pebbled leather as opposed to like a nice shiny caviar, which I have on my medium large and then my walk. Since the lambskin is such a soft leather and the corners on the boy bag are so hard, I didn't want to have to worry about watching it rub off and show wear and tear. I know that's pretty much going to ultimately happen no matter how much you baby a bag, but with the calfskin, it's a lot more durable than the lambskin, but it kind of has the look of a lambskin bag. The main difference though between the calfskin and the lambskin, other than the durability, is going to be the sheen. So the calfskin is a lot more matte. So here I just grabbed my lambskin trendy walk. This is the only lambskin piece I have currently, and I had it up on my shelf, so I'm not going to worry about taking this off. I just wanted to show you what the difference was between the lambskin and then the calfskin here. So as you can see, the lambskin is a lot more shiny, whereas the calfskin is a lot more matte. And I really like the matte look in the boy bag because it's a lot more casual, whereas if you have the shiny lambskin, that is going to be more luxurious and really be more for going out at night, whereas since I was looking for a boy bag for an everyday bag, I wanted that more casual vibe. Now what's really cool with the boy bags though is you can dress them up. I mean, hello, they are Chanel for goodness sake, so you can dress them up and wear them for a night out if you'd like, especially if you shorten up the chain, have it just as a shoulder bag. You can't really make this into a clutch or anything, especially not this size. This one is pretty big, but you can also loop this piece, the leather strap. You can loop the leather strap around the bottom and then wear it just like that. And that makes an even shorter strap. So you can wear it even higher here. So what's really cool about the boy bag is it does have a lot of different options to wear it. So when I went to purchase this piece, I was looking for one for a very specific purpose to meet a specific need for my lifestyle. So I wanted an everyday bag that was going to stand up to wear and tear. So I had the calfskin, which is a little bit hard wearing, as well as the black color, which is going to go with everything. I wanted one that was going to fit all of my essentials plus a sunglasses case. So I went with the new medium size, which is a nice good size. I wanted one that is going to be casual enough to wear every day. So I have the matte and the calfskin, as well as one that is versatile. So it does have that longer strap. I could wear it over the shoulder or as, I don't know if this will go crossbody. I believe that they do. They might be a little bit short, kind of funky looking, but I will probably try it out nonetheless because I love crossbody bags. So that is probably the only downside I can think. I know that you can lengthen this because this is slightly adjustable. I don't know if they recommend it. If I find that when I am wearing this crossbody, it is just too high up, I will probably try that as well. So the boy bag just met every single aspect of my style. Ever since I saw the design of the boy bag, I fell in love with it. Of course, I was always in love with the classic flap, but I saw the boy bag as well. I know some people just absolutely hate it, but I saw it and I could not get it out of my mind. So when I went to purchase my classic flap, I was kind of debating which one I wanted to get. And I was thinking, you know, I'm only going to get one bag ever, so it's going to be the classic flap. And then the addiction started, and I am so happy that I finally got this one as well. This one is pretty much turning into a really classic piece in their fashion house. So this one is definitely going to be around for a long time, referring to the boy bag style. So as far as cons on the bag, first off, it's going to be the length of the chain. Since I do really like crossbodies, I might try to figure that out as to how I can wear that longer. But if you are not into crossbodies and you like more shoulder bags, then that wouldn't even be a con for you. And then the other thing is going to be the wear and tear over time regarding the structure of the bag. So as you see how it closes, it does have this little latch here that you kind of squeeze these in and open and close it. So if you just were to push it, you might be squishing the bag this way. You just kind of have to pinch those in to make sure that it shuts all right. So like if you're wearing it on you and you go to like push it down and close it, then it's going to slowly be squeezing the bag in. And I have even seen some older bags where they are completely flat. And so you don't want to have to deal with that. You want to make sure that You keep it nice and structured. You fill it up with air paper whenever you store it because you do not want a flat boy bag. And then some corner wear, just because these are harder, sharp corners. So depending on the material that you get, that is going to help out with that wear as well. But other than that, I can't really think of any other negatives with the boy bag. So now I wanted to talk to you about pricing real quick, because that is the #1 thing on everybody's mind when they are making a purchase this substantial. So I was trying to look it up on the Chanel website to see what the boy bags are currently at for the new medium size. I know that the old medium, they are at $47, and I believe the new mediums are at $49. Now, they have not had a price increase in quite a while, probably a couple years, I want to say. So I know that there has been some grumbling and some talking that they are going to be increasing the prices pretty soon. So if the prices have gone up between the time that I filmed this video and you are watching it, I am sorry about that. They probably will be going up a few $100s. So if the prices have not gone up yet, then I recommend getting your boy bag as soon as possible, because those puppies are going to shoot up pretty quickly. So for this particular bag, Fashionphile purchased it from the seller, and they originally listed it for $5,295. So sometimes they will raise their prices. I know, like with these So Black boy bags, those ones are coming in at almost $6,000 just because they're a little bit more sought after. And boy bags, even though the style is not a seasonal piece, the color combinations are. So it's not like the classic flat bags where you're going to be able to walk in and pretty much always get a black classic flat bag in the caviar or the lambskin. These ones are completely 100% seasonal. So they don't always make black ones every single season. They're not going to always make ones with ruthenium hardware or gold hardware, light gold, shiny silver, things like that. Those are going to alter every single season. And there are 6 seasons in the year. So you might get lucky and they might keep it on a constant rotation, but sometimes you might not even see it for a year or 2 years. So if there is a color that you see and that you want, go and purchase it, even if it is from the store, because you might end up paying more on the resale market if it is a highly sought after color. Hint, hint, like the rose gold chevron from last year. So this one started out at the $5,295. So what's really cool about how Fashionphile does their pricing, they actually give you discounts and they have sales, which is not like regular Chanel. So if an item has been sitting on their website for sale for a month, they are going to drop it down another 10% just to give you a little bit more incentive to buy it. If again, it's just there for exactly another month, they will drop it down another 10%. And I think the highest they go is 30%. And then at that point, if it still doesn't sell, then it goes to their outlet. So you can always check online, and they even sell their outlet pieces online. I think it's through eBay. So you can always check online and shop there at their outlet and sale section if you are not wanting to spend that much and kind of see what is available. So I actually ended up getting this one. It was 20% off. So it had been sitting there for 2 months. I just kind of tracked it. You can go online there. You can create a favorites list. You can add them to your cart just so that way you can track them a little bit easier and see as they go down in price. So this one I did get for 20% off. So as soon as I saw it go to 20% off, that's what I was waiting for. I clicked purchase and I got it right away. I was like counting down the minutes to like, when is it going to change? When is it going to go down to the 20%? And I was like, oh, it's finally 20%. Purchase, and I got it. And so I was so excited when it said like that I got it, and it was sold out immediately after that, obviously, because there's only one available. It's not like a regular store where they have a stock of a ton. It's only that one. So if somebody else gets it before you, even if it's like seconds, then somebody else is going to get it and you're going to lose out on that one. So you really have to be conscious of when they are going on sale and kind of decide and take a little bit of a gamble as to if you think that somebody is going to be purchasing it at the 10% or wait until it goes down to the 20% or even the 30%. I will say though, with Chanel items, they usually don't go down to 30% unless there is like a lot of wear and tear on them, or they're an older item or a more unique item that people just really aren't buying. Those items are usually what you're going to see at that lower price point. But 20%, there was another bag that was selling at the exact same time as this one. It was a couple days later for its 20% discount, and it hit that 20%, and it still hung around for a couple days. So if you want just a classic black Chanel bag, keep your hopes up, because you can definitely pick one up for a whopping 20% off, which you're not going to find that deal in any Chanel store. And as I showed you, this one is practically in pristine condition. So I am really excited. This site, I can't say enough good things about this website. This is awesome. You're getting authentic items, you're getting them at a discount, and their turnaround time. I got this one about a week after I purchased it. You're not going to have to wait for it to ship like overseas and go through customs or anything like that. They are local. You don't have to pay tax if you're not in a state that carries a Fashionphile. And since you can see everything online, it's really not a big deal if you can't get into the store. Although it is pretty cool that you can go into their stores and see what they have for sale and like really pick it up, look at it, and see if that's something that you're interested in as well. And recently they also had a spring sale, which was an additional 10% off all of the items that were already discounted. So say this one was 10% off and the spring sale hits, and I would get another 10% off. I don't have to wait another month for it to go back down. As long as I can pick it up before somebody else does, then I had just gotten another 10% off. So that is really awesome too. So definitely sign up for their email list so that way you can get that information for when they have sales as well. So I'm really glad that you were able to come along with me with my Chanel unboxing from Fashionphile. And again, I will link all of their information down below for you. Definitely go online there, check them out, even if there's not one thing in particular that you're looking for now, or if you check them out and you don't see anything, they change their inventory every single day. And so they're always adding new stuff and getting new stuff in and out and discounting items. So I always love a good deal. So make sure that you check them out. Okay, so I just changed my shirt so that way you could see the contrast between the bag and my outfit a little bit better. So here is this, and again, this is the new medium size. So that is just over the shoulder. So it's definitely not big or bulky at all. And I could easily get into this just fine to get out all of my items. Doubling up the strap. Now I have heard that sometimes the leather will catch in these little rings, so just have to be more conscious of that. And I am 5'6", just for reference. Then if we were to put the leather strap on the bottom, which is what a lot of the sales associates are saying to do these days, look just like that. So that is what it looks like crossbody. And although it sits a little bit high, I don't think this is too high. It definitely sits a lot lower than the medium large. The medium large hits me like right here, and that is just too short. I don't need my boob resting on my bag. So that pretty much sits. Although it would be nice if it was slightly longer. It's definitely not a walk, but that is totally doable. I would have no issues going out and wearing this crossbody if I wanted to wear it behind me, or in the front, or even on the side. And what I'm also noticing about this, even wearing it just like that, a lot of people complain that they think that the boy bags are really boxy and bulky and stick out. This one is like maybe 3 inches. It's really not any wider than my medium large, and I don't think that's sticking out at all, especially if I wear it kind of back here like this. I'm just gonna do a comparison real quick. So this is this bag crossbody, and then I have my wallet on chain. I'm just gonna put it on my other shoulder, and there you go. So this hits me right here, and this hits me right there. So not too bad, just like a few inches. See? So that is the difference there. And then I went ahead and grabbed my medium large just so that way I can do another comparison. I was thinking about doing like a full length comparison between the two and all of my bags. So if that's something that you want to see, let me know in the comments. But that is kind of the size difference here. I had this up on my shelf, so that's why the felt is still on it. But you can see like, and line the bottoms up. There we go. So there's like a 2-inch size difference right there. The front and back. Again, there's about probably 1 inch right here. I guess the boy bag is a little bit thicker. You can see that difference there. And that's the top. So that is the difference between these two. Now let's look at the chain length. Get down here so you can see it. Hi! So this is what they look like doubled up. So that is as short as this one goes. And then there is that one. So this one is a bit longer when you're wearing it like that. You can see this one's higher. So this one already sits a lot higher. Putting my hands here so you can see where they hit. So like that. Yeah, so it hits me like right there. Whereas this one, crossbody, is a lot lower. So it's definitely functional as a shoulder and a crossbody bag. If you have any questions or comments on how to purchase from Fashionphile or pre-loved items, definitely let me know in the comment section down below, and I will be sure to include it when I do my pre-loved video, and I will link that one down below as well once that one goes live. I'm wanting to make sure that I capture every aspect of purchasing pre-love and every single avenue that you can take, so that way you can find the best deals and make sure that everything's authentic. So that's why it's taking a little bit of time. So if there's any notes or anything that you want to add, definitely let me know. And if you did like this video and you want to see more like this, definitely give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, be sure to hit the subscribe button, just so that way you are notified every time I make a new video, which is 2 to 3 times a week. And until next time, thanks for stopping by. Oh my gosh, there's like a bug in here.